Welcome to all of you. Greetings to everyone. Today we are going to solve 15th problem in case of liquidation of a company. The question is before you. To 1996 question paper. The capital of Omega Company Limited was as follows. We have 1000 preference shares of rupees 100 each fully paid. 4000 equity shares of rupees 100 each fully paid, and we have 3000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, 80 rupee paid, 20 rupee is uncalled capital. The creditors were 2,54,900, of which 10,900 were preferential and 54,000 were fully secured. The assets realized is 3,74,000, including those assets sold on behalf of fully secured creditors. The cost of liquidation amounted to rupee 12,000 and the liquidator remuneration was 5% of the amount realized, excluding securities on creditors, and 3% on an amount distributed to unsecured creditors. The liquidator made a call of rupees 20 per share on the partly paid equity share, which was duly paid except by one member holding 200 shares. Prepare liquidator final statement of accounts. The capital of Omega Company Limited was as follows. So we have 1000 preference shares of rupees 100 each. Totally you get 1 lakh. If you multiply 1000 into 100, you get 1 lakh. So total preference capital is 1 lakh. Next we have two class of equity share. ಎರಡು ವಿಧಾನಗಳ equity share ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 100 rupee paid and the other is 80 rupee paid. One fully paid share is fully paid share and the another is 20 rupee unpaid. So ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವಿಧಾನ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪೇಯ್ಡು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 80 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪೇಯ್ಡು. Then remaining 20 is called uncalled capital. The creditors were 2,54,900. This is total creditor 2,54,900, of which 10,900 were preferential. Adralli 10,900 bandu preferential. So 10,900 na tegiri, remove 10,900 from 2,54,900, you get 2,44,000. And 54,000 is fully secured creditors. So 54,000 is secured creditors. Then remaining unsecured creditor will be 1,90,000. Total creditor is 2,54,900. In that deduct 10,900 preferential creditor, deduct 54,000 secured creditor, you get 1,90,000 as unsecured creditors. So total unsecured creditors is 1,90,000. The assets realized were 3,54,000, including those sold on behalf of fully secured creditor. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಆಗಿರೋದು 3,74,000. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ ಮಾರಾಟ ಆಗಿರೋ ಅಂತ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಲೆನೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. Total assets sold is 3,74,000. This also includes the assets realized by the secured creditor. How much is the assets realized by the secured creditor? How much is secured creditor? So much is assets realized. Secured creditor ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾರಾಟ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ 54,000. So secured creditor ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಸ್ತಿನು ಮಾರಾಟ. How much is secured creditor? So much is the asset sold by secured creditor. Then remove 54,000. Then actual assets sold by the liquidator is 3,20,000. Actual assets realized by the secured creditor is 54,000 and actual assets realized by liquidator is 3,20,000. Why this calculation is required? Because liquidator remuneration is calculated on 3,20,000 and not 3,74,000. Next, cost of liquidation is 12,000. This is called liquidation expenses. Liquidator remuneration was 5% of the amount realized excluding securities on creditor. So liquidator remuneration ಶೇಕಡ 5ರಷ್ಟು ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರಾಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರಾಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 3,74,000 ಅಲ್ಲ 3,20,000. ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ ಮಾರಾಟ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಆಸ್ತಿನ ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಳಿದ ಆಸ್ತಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೇಲೆ 5% ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So calculate liquidator remuneration at 5% on actual assets realized, not 374, it's 3,20,000, excluding 54,000 assets realized by the secured creditor, and 3% on amount distributed to unsecured creditor. So you need to calculate remuneration on assets realized and on unsecured creditors paid. The liquidator made a call of 20 rupee per share on partly paid equity share. ಮೇಲ್ಕಂಡ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವಿಧಾನ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಯ್ಡು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 80 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್. ಆ 80 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅನ್ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 20 ರೂಪಿ per share to be paid, which was duly paid except by one member holding 200 share. ಆ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅನ್ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ 200 ಶೇರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆ ಅನ್ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮನಿಯನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. Actually 20 rupee uncalled capital is been called by liquidator and all of them have paid, but there is one person, one fellow who's having 200 share did not pay. Now let us look into how the liquidator final statement is being prepared. Okay, debit side, total assets realized is 3,20,000. It's not 374, it's 3,20,000. Then call money received 2,800 into 20 rupee. But don't take 3,000 because one person who's having 200 share did not pay. One shareholder who's holding 200 share did not pay. Therefore, leaving him, we need to calculate 56,000. Total assets realized is not 3,74,000, it's 3,20,000, excluding assets realized by secured creditor. So we have two receipts, one assets realized and other is call money received, 56,000. Credit side, payment side, we have secured creditor dash. Dear students, kindly listen carefully. Secured creditor is 54,000. If you take 3,74,000 in receipt side, you should take 54,000 in payment side. If you don't take 54,000 in receipt side, you should not take 54,000 in payment side. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟಾರ್ ಬಂದು 54,000. ಅದು ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಆ 54,000 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆ 54,000 ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಡೆ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟಾರ್ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರಾಟ 54,000 ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆ 54,000 ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟಾರ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. So either you take in debit side and credit side, or don't take in both the side. Next we have liquidation expenses 12,000. And on liquidator remuneration, ಆಸ್ತಿ ಮೇಲೆ 3,20,000 into 5%. And on preferential creditor 10,900 into 3%. And on unsecured creditor 3,90,000 into 3%. So total remuneration is 22,027. A small clarification. We need to calculate remuneration on unsecured creditor. Preferential creditor is also called as unsecured creditor. So we calculate remuneration on preferential creditor. We don't have debenture in our question. Then we have preferential creditor to be paid 10,900. Unsecured creditor 1,90,000. Then we need to pay in the order of payment 1,000 into 10, we get 1 lakh. Next we have final payment leftover amount, ಉಳಿದ ಹಣ 41,073. ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು 41,073? Receipt total 3,76,000 minus all payments 12,000, 22,027 minus 10,900 minus 1,90,000 minus 1 lakh, we get 41,073. So we need to pay 41,073 to two types of equity share. One is 100 rupee paid, another is 80 rupee paid. In that 80 we have already called 20 rupee. Then we have actually, I repeat, 4,000 equity share and 3,000 equity share. Total number of equity share is 7,000 equity share. So we have 4,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, 3,000 equity shares of rupees 80 paid, 20 uncalled capital. That 20 uncalled capital is also being called. Then total number of equity share is 4,000 plus 3,000, we get total 7,000. But we don't pay the remaining 41,073 to 7,000 equity share. We pay only to 6,800 equity share. Because 200 shares who held by one shareholder did not pay. So one person who had 200 share did not pay the call money, so we don't make any payment to that person. So number of equity share to be paid is 6,800. Then we pay 6 rupee 4 paisa per share. So one share we just pay 6 rupee 4 paisa. Thank you.